expected the return of Donkey Kong to the spotlight, becoming one of the most anticipated games for the Nintendo Switch 2. Donkey Kong Bananza has brought with it the redesign of one of the most iconic and classic characters in history, as well as a new take on 3D platformers that could revolutionize the genre today. What happens if you break all the rules? Donkey Kong is breaking more than the mold, and we're here to share our thoughts on Donkey Kong Bananza after trying it on the Nintendo Switch 2. Donkey Kong has been reborn. It's not that Nintendo abandoned the character over these decades since the release of Donkey Kong 64. In fact, this same year, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD arrived on the Nintendo Switch with a top-quality 2D adventure. Despite that, 3D projects tend to be much larger, and Donkey Kong Bananza has given the character the spotlight by becoming one of the biggest Nintendo Switch 2 launches. The concept is completely different from the rest of the Donkey Kong games, basing its main mechanic on something that previous consoles couldn't do. Donkey Kong is such a brute that he can break everything in his path. The stages in Donkey Kong Bananza can be reshaped by, for example, destroying entire mountains. He can pick up chunks of the stage and throw them, or even dig underground by punching to create tunnels. This game breaks with everything we've seen before from Nintendo. We've had loads of 3D platformers with Mario throughout history, but Nintendo wanted to take a different approach with this Donkey Kong game by presenting a premise that was not only impossible before, but also fits perfectly with Donkey Kong. This character's agility allows you to move through enormous stages with overwhelming freedom. You can run, roll, and jump, as well as climb walls. Coupled with the ability to break everything with punches and blows, it creates a very satisfying and, for some reason, comforting experience with every punch. Even though this version of Donkey Kong is a new take compared to the other Nintendo 3D platformers, its essence harkens back to Donkey Kong 64. The goal is to complete various missions in his world by manipulating objects and talking with characters who will tell you what to do. This has given us a feeling similar to the classic 3D games from the Nintendo 64 era, like Banjo-Kazooie. Donkey Kong works as a miner on Ingot Isle, when a machine creates a huge hole in the island that leads to the underground, along with a small friend shaped like a rock. Donkey's goal will be to defeat those who try to steal the minerals from Ingot Island, and he'll do it by breaking everything in his path. The game feels as if Donkey Kong were the absolute owner of the world, able to shape it and navigate it at will in a truly satisfying way. The environment also takes center stage in battles, since fighting enemies will also require using it in different ways, like hurling chunks of rock at them. Not only can everything be broken with punches, there are also types of minerals, such as explosive ones, that create a shockwave capable of destroying a considerable portion of the environment or doors with a toughness beyond what Donkey Kong can handle. Just like in Super Mario Odyssey, Donkey Kong will be able to earn the equivalent of its power moons by completing certain objectives in each world. In fact, its similarity in this regard to Super Mario Odyssey is huge, with every big banana he collects having its own mission name, and that seems like a very good sign to us. Kong isn't Super Mario, but Nintendo has decided to pass the torch to the ape to kick off the most powerful generation in its history. With a compelling reason, the Nintendo Switch 2 can flawlessly handle the destruction of gigantic environments, which perfectly suits Donkey Kong. Its resemblance to Super Mario Odyssey and Nintendo 64's 3D platformers strikes us as an explosive mix. It's like bringing one of those classic video games straight into the modern era. The game looks stunning at 60 frames per second, with some occasional drops during camera movements and scenes that didn't worry us at all, and that we hope will be resolved in the final version.